Hello and welcome to Upside Down, Inside Out. Hello, welcome to Upside Down, Inside Out. We're doing it live, but it's also going to be a video on YouTube, on Instagram, IGTV. Hello, I love doing it live, but it's also just people connect whenever they are ready to hear it, and that is when people are ready to kind of receive it. Today I'm kind of talking about upside down, inside out, which is kind of like a principle of many traditions, really, and kind of most people might have heard it in different ways. We will probably do this talk, and then we're also going to do a little relaxation, meditation, whatever you call it, afterwards in a different YouTube and IGTV. So when we talk about upside down, inside out, it is a way to understand the body and the mind, that the energy of it, the energy kind of comes in from the upside, entering in to the body, connecting, and then from there we kind of enter in from like inside and out. It is truly a way of connecting, understanding how to kind of connect to yourself, your energetic self, but also to show what is the reason for like having a teacher. For example, the teacher is there to kind of help you to connect to that upside side, because we are kind of locked inside our body, and the path inside the gates go up, and then sometimes we need a guidance to kind of open up and stay connected to the purpose, somebody that connects you to that gate inside the body. So it's easy to become too mental about this, but that's what a teacher is there to kind of unfuck yourself, or bring you out of your mind. And from inside out, it's easy to bring too much focus on outside flavors, outside expressions, outside people, all these other outside experiences. But to really understand life, you have to realize that we are living from the inside. We are coming through, and we are experiencing life from the inside, and we're seeing through this glass, these goggles called life, these goggles called the body. So where the body is actually needed, and that's why people will give you different food or meditations or yoga or all this stuff to try to control your body. But your body is actually just a perception, and to really go into the uniqueness of you kind of have to be free to understand that you have opened up your mind through school, you have opened up your body through like having a boyfriend or girlfriend or doing sports and all kinds of stuff. So you have kind of all these connections already. But the connection internally is still kind of unconscious for most of us. So that is where a teacher kind of shows you that there is a path, because we internally go through this path sometimes in life, and it happens coincidentally, seemingly, or it just happens because we're ready for it. But sometimes we also get stuck in these levels of engagement. And when we talk about upside down, most of us think that we kind of like when we are very physically oriented, we have to push ourselves up the masculine, like we have to work ourselves up. A little bit like yoga, physical yoga, we have to work ourselves up. but it's actually like more the realization that it's possible and being guided up. So I'm kind of acting as a guide to allow you to kind of open up for that invisible sense of yourself. And in that relationship, we have like 3 kind of basic levels. If you simplify it, you can also do like 7 or 10 or whatever, money, shock, whatever, all these stuff that people love to kind of complicate it. We like to make it too mental, which is like the masculine. We have a tendency to go into the mind, and then we kind of want to just suppress the body, and then we try to go up. But then this is kind of an arduous and kind of long path, and you really also need a teacher in this path. Well, you need a teacher no matter what, usually, to kind of engage with your humility and to maybe see outside your own ego and to see life without your own knowing, your own knowledge that you kind of carry with you. So in this first level, which most people are stuck in, like the power level, which most people are either in more the masculine, which is more like sexuality, desire, they're always out there, or the more physical level, which is the masculine feminine part of that first level. And when you can kind of go through a teaching, you can go through a meditation, you can go through life, and you can kind of, most people are actually kind of stable in that space, and you can become very self-absorbed, or you can become very like knowledgeable, or you can become very needy for somebody else. But from there to kind of continue is kind of needs some understanding, kind of needs a little bit of guidance, because the second level kind of opened up into the heart, into the potential of self-love, self-worth, and where a lot of people either stuck in like neediness or like very self-independence, very independent. But both these parts are like the masculine and feminine become too extreme. But if you allow yourself to be guided into it, you can kind of find that love connection in there, which is a purity of energy. I'm talking about this because there's energy here. It's not something that is just of the mind. It's not, you can't read this in a book and get it. You have to actually experience it. So your guide might have to be somebody who's actually gone these levels, which few have. Anyway, from there, you come up to the third level, which is like people focus on either too much being too smart, or they get too lazy and feel like they're stupid. They get like, they space out. So a lot of people get like, they get too much, they understand everything too well, or they feel like, oh, fuck it, we don't understand everything and we're just gonna live. Like both extremes, kind of, you see it now in America where everybody's like either too smart or too lazy, ignorant. And you get stuck in these identities. While what we actually are seeking is like that in between, the freedom to live, to breathe when that connection opens up. And from there, you can open up further, which some people call heaven on earth. It's like the upside, heaven, down. It's like the heaven, the connection of bliss, the connection of your grand self into the body, manifested. So inside, into your soul, manifested out. Then you can enjoy everything because it comes from you. It comes from the connection of you. So many people, many books has been written about all these things, but few actually like step out of their ego. They get caught up in being a teacher or being parent or being a woman or being a man or being American or Norwegian or righteous or wrong. They get stuck in all these, or being, I want to learn, I want to know it all by myself. I want to learn it all by myself, which is kind of like paths of like suffering. So when I talk about the Ease of Life, is daring to like surrender, open up, and dare to be guided, because it's such a fun journey that you still have to go by yourself. So if you want to reach out, then I'm here for one-on-ones. You do online retreats or physical party retreats where we also have. So all this is available. For new people, this is a little introduction, but also for old people, the connection to and the simplicity of this is what we kind of need to embrace. It's needed to allow yourself the beauty of life, the blissfulness of connection. So you might already have fallen asleep, or you're just like enjoying it, and we're gonna step into the second part. We're gonna step into a new YouTube, a new IGTV. So if you are on this one, you can always come to the next one, and I will see you in a couple of minutes. Bye.